Question number 3D, growth of agro-based industries in Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. So first, no doubt you have explained the agro-based industries and what are the sectors in Arunachal Pradesh, namely cardamom, ginger, apple, good. Along with that, in Assam, yes, coffee and plantation. Okay, good. So this is for the 8 marker question, and you have addressed the both the subparts Assam and Arunachal Pradesh and its growth prospect. Okay, the growth of agro based industry. So out of 8 marks you can get 4.5 marks for this question. Along with that, you can mention for the agro-based industries, then jute is also the agro-based industries along with other plantation, coffee, tea. Okay, so these plantation activities, and important one is bamboo processing. Okay, so bamboo processing is also the agro-based industries, and the horticulture and the food processing. Okay, so it is also the growing sector of agro-based industries. So in between you can add the sampada, okay, sampada scheme for the agriculture processing, and due to the Ministry of Food Processing's emphasis on food processing, the agro-based industries has the good prospect in Arunachal Pradesh as well as in Assam. So whatever you have written, good, and if it's possible, then simply you can draw the map of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, and in that map you can show the distribution of cardamom, ginger, apple. Okay, how in what region these horticultural products are distributed, you can show on the map, so that uh, it will become more representable. So whatever you have written, good attempt. Question number 1E, it is again for the 8 marks. Examine the pattern of distribution and mode of exploitation of iron ore in India. So you have the well understanding about the iron ore. You rightly explained the old igneous rock. Okay, the Dharwadian orogeny you can mention, the Dharwadian and Kadapa rocks. Then this map is self-explanatory, the distribution of resources, iron ore resources. Okay, so along with this map you can show the iron ore industry. Okay, on the same map you can locate the Bhilai. Okay, you can locate the Vishakhapatnam. Okay, so just show some iron ore map, some iron ore industries on the map, so that you can correlate the distribution of natural resources as well as the exploitation of these iron ore with the help of the iron and steel plant. Okay, so at least show 2-3 plants such as Hospet. Okay, so such as Bhilai, then Salem. Okay, few iron ore plants. So whatever you have written, very good representation. You have addressed the you have given the distribution of iron ore and map also. So very good attempt. Out of 8 you can get 5 marks for this question. Question number 3F, it is about the rural market. The role of rural market centers in promoting intra and inter-regional trade. Okay, intra and inter-regional trade. So whatever the hierarchy you have given, okay, the very good hierarchy, you can mention the mention about the growth pole and growth centers. Okay, so rural market can act as the one of the node which is serving the central growth pole and growth center. Okay, so you miss this point. Okay, you can just give the passing reference to the growth pole and growth center. Okay, so along with that, whatever you have provided, that rural market can promote the traditional product, very good. You can give example of the rural hut. Okay, along with that, employment, very good. The primary goods, good. Then medium of broadcasting, dissemination of knowledge, good. So you have the good understanding about the rural market. Okay, so out of 8 whatever you have written, you can get 4.5 mark for this question. question number 5b. It is for the 20 marks, and the question is, discuss the cropping patterns in different agriculture regions of India. Okay, so friend, initially you directly started with the different cropping pattern. Okay, here you please give the definition of cropping pattern. Okay, it is for the 20 marks, so you have to give the definition of cropping pattern initially, that is it is temporal as well as the spatial sequence. Okay, and in this complete answer you have given the spatial distribution. Okay, you have given the different crops grown at different area, but you miss one factor, that is time. Okay, so you have to include the temporal factor also. Okay, so the cropping pattern, for example, there is a sequence of crops. Okay, if you take the example of Brahmaputra plains, where the irrigation as well as rainfall moisture is advocate, so here about three more than two rice crops are taken. Okay, so this is the temporal sequence, whereas you can take the example of the western UP, where the Rabi times chickpea can be taken, and in Kharif time sugarcane can be taken. So it is the temporal sequence. So friend, you miss the temporal component, you have to include that component also, and whatever spatial distribution you have given, it's very good representation. Okay, you have included the 4 cropping patterns, good. Along with that you explained the crops also, good. So this is the cropping pattern, and the command area, dry zone area, okay, plantation crops, good. So whatever you have explained, okay, out of 20 you can get at least 10 to 11 marks for this question. Okay, so more than 10 marks you can get, because you holistically explain the cropping pattern, but you should include the temporal factor. Along with that, what you can do, please try to give some green revolution. Okay, how green revolution impacted on the cropping pattern. Okay, and recent, what are the recent initiatives, we are focusing on the diversification of the cropping pattern. Okay, you may include the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, as it is the paper 2, and in paper 2 you have to add few scheme of Ministry of Agriculture. So you can give the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, in which the evergreen revolution is proposed, and the diversification of the cropping pattern is the main emphasis. Okay, so you can add into that. So whatever you can explain, it's very good. And in cropping pattern you can also add the recently national forestry policy is given. Okay, and in national forestry policy, okay, the agroforestry is emphasized. So in that cropping pattern you can give the agroforestry is also one of the initiative. But overall, good answer. Question number 5C, it is again for the question number 5, so it is for the 20 marks. Evaluate the impact of technology on resource utilization in India. Okay, so impact of technology we have to discuss. You given the need of green revolution, here again somewhat confusion. As for the question the paper available with me, okay, the question is for 20 marks, and it is about the impact of technology on the resource utilization. And whatever you have written the impact of green revolution. Okay, it is somewhat different question paper, the impact of green revolution on the agriculture production in India. But no doubt, I will check it as the impact of green revolution. Okay, it's for the 20 marks. So you have given the both side of the positive impact as well as the negative impact. So, and way forward, you have also included the way forward also. So it is a very good answer. Okay, so with the same content, the only one thing you have to do, just try to add the thematic map of India, and just represent few green revolution belt. Okay, just give this green revolution diagram, it's quite sufficient for the 20 marker question, and whatever you have written you can get about 9 marks out of 20 for this question. So next question, it is for the 40 marks, and the question is critically analyze the development of forest based and agro based industries in Arunachal Pradesh. So there are two subparts, one is the forest based industry and another one is the agro based industry. So these are the subpart, and your tone of answer should be critical analysis. Okay, you have to give the present situation. Okay, this is the state of the forest based and agro based industry. Okay, and critically analyze that these are the factors. Okay, these are the factors due to which the present situation arisen. Okay, and these are the way forward. So this is the critical analysis. Okay, and you have to give these you have to your flow of answer should be on these 3 point. Okay, the present situation. Okay, what are the positives of present situation? Okay, the causative factor. Okay, and what are the lacunas and how that can be improved. Okay, so this is the evolution. Okay, you have to explain that evolution for the forest based and agro based industries. So this is the expected for 40 marks, and whatever you have written, okay, you have written for the 4 pages. Okay, so the content is good. Okay, now about the articulation and representation. Okay, so initially you have maintained the 21% forest and Arunachal Pradesh as the 79% forest. You have given the explain the forest distribution. Okay, so good. So the starting is good. Okay, so these are the natural resources are already present. Okay, and due to this the industry can be located. Okay, so as per the Weber, okay, as per the Weber, the industries can be located near the resources or near the market. So near the resources the industries can be located, that may be the forest based or agro based. So just give one passing reference to the Alfred Weber because the question is about the industrial location. Okay, so the introduction is good. Okay, whatever starting you have provided is good for this introduction, and the starting you can get about 4 marks. Next one, about the forest based industries. Okay, so you provided some structured answer that rubber industries and minor forest produce. Good. In rubber industry, mainly you have provided the 12th 5-year plan, 12th 5-year plan emphasis on rubber, but try to provide the present situation. Okay, no doubt you have given that the dominance of Kerala, but try to on the sketch map of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, please locate 2-3 location where the rubber plantation is presently taken in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so give some causative factors also. For example, okay, the southern India, mainly the colonial powers concentrated on the southern India, where the big rubber plantation is grown, as well as in the Assam and Darjeeling region. Okay, that is also the big plantation is there. But in case of Arunachal Pradesh, due to the factor such as the difficult terrain, okay, difficult terrain, as well as the presence of alternative crops, okay, presence of alternative crops, the rubber is neglected. Okay, along with that the demand for rubber, okay, the demand for rubber is the market is also rarely present in Arunachal Pradesh. So in this way you can critically try to analyze critically. No doubt whatever you have presented is very good content, but as it is for the 40 marks, the expectations are more. Now about the other minor forest produce. Okay, so here you have provided the Variegated Forest Right Act 2006, and in which the lack medicinal plants, okay, the rights over the minor forest produce is there. So the same what is the present scenario for the minor forest produce. Okay, they are catering the local demands of market. Okay, and they are not that one only the sustenance, the business is only for the sustenance purpose. So here you can provide some schemes such as tri-fed. Okay, with the help of tri-fed the products can be exported. Okay, and they are catering the bigger market. So you can also provide the way forward as well as the schemes taken. And national bamboo mission, okay, you already provided the national bamboo mission, which is the good point. So whatever you have provided, the bamboo and the other minor forest produce, okay, 2 marks each, so you can get 4 marks. So introduction 6 marks, this 4 marks, 10 marks till this point. Now about the you have given some causative factor. Okay, so you have given the climatic map, it's good. Okay, there is the climatic map and the soil distribution you have provided. So such maps are good. The next one, along with that map, okay, you can parallelly you can draw these the agriculture product map. Okay, for example, you have given this climatic map. Okay, along with that you can show the soil map. Okay, and its resultant is the agriculture crops. Okay, so whatever you have presented, apple, okay, then bamboo, you can draw. So these are the two main causative factors, the climate and the soil, and due to that this cropping pattern is present. Okay, so you can provide this apple, ginger, orange, draw the map of this cropping pattern and try to draw that map here. Okay, so the examiner can correct, you have the understanding, you have the critical brain, you are critically analyzing that this is the climate, this is the soil, due to that this is the cropping pattern. Okay, and due to that cropping pattern the resources are present, thus the agro based industries can be located. Okay, but good one. And here, okay, here I have some sorry, so whatever you have explained the climatic pattern and soil, for that purpose you can get the 4 marks. Okay, so 6 4 4 14 marks till the date. Now about the concerns, okay, so this is the point, here the elaboration is needed. For example, rugged topography. So friend, draw the Arunachal Pradesh and try to show the rugged topography, that these Abor, Mishmi, okay, these hills are located, the Brahmaputra, Lohit, these rivers are there. Okay, and this is the rugged topography, so communication is difficult, so industrial backwardness is there. Okay, show the rugged topography. Okay, about that, then no proper planning. Okay, it's somewhat vague point. No cold storage facility, good. Transportation cost is high, good. Here you try to give the reference of Weber. Okay, the transportation cost is more. Then packaging industry, unavailability of market, this may be the good factor. So the main factor behind the industries is that the economic viability. Okay, due to less economic viability the industries are not located. And why this economic viability is not there? Due to the labor, land, capital, entrepreneurship, the raws and market. Okay, the raw materials are present, you already presented through the map, you have given the map of agriculture product, you have given the map of rubber. Okay, the raws are present. Okay, and you critically analyze that the labor is not present. Okay, whatever labor is present, the skill is not there. For example, for the food processing industry the skilled labor is required, the mega food park is required, and for that purpose skilled labor is not required, that is not here. Okay, the land. Okay, so there are few issues of red tapeism. Okay, the green, the environmental clearance process, the environment EIA process is lengthy, and which is reducing the attraction of industrialists. Then capital and entrepreneurship. Okay, these are also lacking. Okay, the local capital and entrepreneurship is somewhat lacking, and the market is also the factor. Okay, due to the rugged terrain, the difficult terrain, the transportation cost is more, and for that purpose the agro and forest based industries are lacking behind. Okay, and at last you can give the way forward. Okay, so in way forward for the agro based industry, you already mentioned Sampada, okay, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, you can mention few schemes. Okay, and this is the way forward. So for this critical analysis, okay, whatever you have presented, you can get the 4 marks. So in total 6 marks for intro, 4 marks for rubber and minor forest produce, 4 marks for the soil and climatic map you have presented, and 4 marks for the critical analysis you have provided. So in total there are 18 marks, okay, out of 40. And no doubt this is 18, it is on the lower side, you can get more than 18 marks. Question number 1A, it is for the 4 marks about the Regur soil. Okay, so the diagram, draw some neat diagram. Okay, the black soil is concentration is more. Okay, and the characteristic, black color, water absorbing good, water retention productivity good for cotton. Okay, so whatever you have explained, for characteristic 2 marks, for productivity half, and diagram half, you can get the 3 marks out of 4. Then next one is the major issues about the Sino-Indian boundary. Sino-Indian border dispute, no doubt you have mentioned the main border dispute, but this 90,000 kilometer area, you can draw the simple sketch map. Okay, and here you can show that Doklam issue. Okay, after that Tawang issue, Aksai Chin issue, Johnson line, McMahon line, and these are the issues. Okay, Sino-Indian boundary issue along with the Brahmaputra. Okay, so these are the main issues of Sino-Indian border. And whatever you have explained in this question, you can get 2 marks, okay, out of 4. Characteristic of Indian monsoon. So in characteristics, seasonal rivers are IT, CZ and jet stream. Okay, you can get 1.5 mark. Okay, in characteristic there are many characteristic. Due to the pressure of time, whatever you have written, it's good, but you can use few more characteristic. For 4 marks at least you give 4 to 5 characteristic. About the peninsular India. Okay, in peninsular India you mention the highlands and the boundaries. Okay, just provide the map. Okay, map of peninsular India. In order to whatever boundaries you have shown, you just give the map also. Whatever you have written, you can get 2 marks for it. Okay, but with the same content and one diagram, you can get the 3 marks. So just try to improve your representation in short question also. Draw small diagram as you drawn in question number 1, that Regur soil, you have drawn the short map. In similarly you can draw map here. About origin, mechanism and characteristic of monsoon. So you pinpointly given all the factors, that is differential heating, the low pressure zone and the southwest monsoon. Okay, so very precise answer. Okay, you can get 2.5 mark for this question. So in mechanism you try to give the jet stream, okay, which is also one of the important factor, but good content. Number 1G, okay, you just written 2 point narrow and it's wide. Okay, the delta and Ichuri, so you can get 1 mark for this. Next one about the Shivalik ranges. So friend, here the question number 1H is about the topographical and structural characteristic of Shivalik. So in topographical characteristic, 900 meter and lower part of you can get the 1 mark for this. After that, question number 1I about the mangroves. Okay, what are the factors and the role of mangroves in coastal ecology? So role you have given that mangrove forest wildlife, so good one, it is also preventing the erosion and it is characteristics saline water. Okay, so you can get the 1.5 mark for this question. Next one about the need for conservation of biotic resources in India. So maintaining the balance and retain the life, you can get the half mark for this question. So friend, overall you try to complete the paper. Okay, so it is very good, you have the dedication to complete the paper. Last word, you have very good content. Okay, so what you can do before your examination, just revise the entire syllabus. Okay, so for example, the topic is settlement. Okay, settlement geography, you should know all the sub points of syllabus about the settlement. Okay, the topic is economic geography, you can get all the sub points of that economic geography. Okay, so revise the syllabus, mug up the syllabus thoroughly, so that you can use that words in between your answer. Okay, you can use that this is the energy crisis. Okay, this is the limit to growth. Okay, so first thing you have to do, mug up the syllabus. Second thing, try to represent diagram. Okay, and I miss out one thing, as in the 40 mark question in agro and forest based industry, whatever you have drawn, okay, I already explained it, I am revising as the last word. So you have to draw the sequential map. Okay, so this is the cropping pattern. For example, this is the cropping pattern of Arunachal Pradesh. Because of what? This is what are the causative factor? Because this is the rainfall map, this is the soil map. Okay, this is the climate map. Okay, due to these three factors, this is the cropping pattern. Okay, so try to give the factorial analysis. Okay, that these are the causative factors and due to this the present situation is like this. Okay, so try to give this sequential map in 20 and 40 marker question. Okay, these maps are necessary for 40 marks question. I already explained in question that agro based and forest based industry. So try to give that the factorial analysis or causative factor through the maps. So it's my pleasure and honor to interact with you, and friend, all the best for your examination. Thank you.